What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of 3 at 3, your best source for daily NBA player prop picks. I'm your host, Andrew Caley, and we're getting to an interesting time of the NBA season as the regular season winds down. Obviously, a lot of teams are making their playoff pushes, but a lot of other teams are calling it quits, waving that white flag, throwing in the towel, whatever you want to say. But that said, those situations are creating some betting opportunities in the player prop market, and that is a couple of places. And we're going to look at that in a couple of places here today. Starting with Alec Burks to go over 2.5 made threes when the New York Knicks host the Charlotte Hornets. Now, it looks like Burks has enjoyed being a regular starter once again, and in turn, he has found his shooting rhythm. Funny that, gets more minutes, he finds a shot again. Over the last 6 games, he's shooting a pretty ridiculous 47.6% from beyond the arc on 7 attempts per game, and now faces a Hornets defense that has more holes on the perimeter than a beehive. I'm sorry, I've said that before. That's a really bad pun. I think I'll cut that out the next time we talk about the Hornets giving up threes. Anyway, Charlotte is one of the worst defending teams when it comes to the three ball in the NBA. They allow the second most three-point attempts per game while ranking 21st in opponent three-point shooting percentage, allowing teams to hit from deep at a clip of 35.7%. That means there should be plenty of opportunities for Burks to jack up some more trays and go over his made three totals of 2.5 here, a number he has gone over in 6 straight games. That includes going 3 of 6 against this same Hornets team just back on March 23rd, and getting plus money here is the icing on the cake. Over 2.5 made threes tonight for Burks. Next up, we're going back to the well with Kevin Huerter's made threes prop and taking him to go over 2.5 made threes when the Hawks visit the OKC Thunder. The Hawks have been dealing with a lot of injuries over the past several weeks, guys in and out of the lineup. And tonight should be no different. Still no John Collins. DeAndre Hunter, Daniel Gallinari are both questionable for this one, and Huerter has taken advantage of his added opportunities. The Hawks shooting guard is shooting 39.3% from three-point range over his last 11 games on nearly 8 attempts per game, and has hit 4 or more threes 6 times over that stretch. On top of that, Huerter has really found his rhythm over his last 2 games. He's gone a combined 11 for 22 in 2 games against the Warriors and Pacers. So really in a groove right now. And now he gets a great matchup against a Thunder team that has, we were talking about, has packed it in for the season. They were a great bet through 2/3 of the season, one of the best ATS teams in the NBA, and that was thanks to the level in which they play defense. They were a surprisingly good defensive team, and getting key contributions from a few guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, and Lou Dort. But all those guys are on the shelf for the rest of the season now, and as a result, that defense, particularly on the perimeter, has taken quite a hit. No one has given up more three-point attempts per game, that's 41.1 per contest, since the All-Star break than the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they, at the same time, they ranked 28th in opponent three-point shooting percentage over that span, and that ain't great. So bet on another big game from Huerter from beyond the arc, over 2.5 made threes. And we close with Davion Mitchell, over 28.5 points plus assists when the Kings take on the Houston Rockets. Another year has gone by and another year wasted in Sacramento. It's tough to be a Kings fan, I'm sure of it. But now they're focused on next year and that draft lottery, particularly now with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis sidelined. I expect them not to return this year. Why would they want them to return? They want that pick to be as good as possible. And they're 2 of their best players. But this has created an opportunity here for Davion Mitchell, who has been inserted into the starting lineup, and he is making the most of it. The Kings rookie is on a tear over his last 4 games. He's logging over 42 minutes per game, with averaging 24 points and 8.5 assists over that stretch. Now he'll face a Rockets team on Wednesday that has also waved the white flag on the season. They're just 20-56 this year and have decided to give themselves the best chance at a pick. They've said that's it for the season for both Christian Wood and Eric Gordon for the remainder of the season. That's 2 of their best players. And that's not great news for a Rockets team that already ranked dead last in the NBA in net rating. They also ranked 29th in defensive rating. They ranked 23rd when it comes to points allowed to opposing guards and 25th in opponent assists per game. So all of those things line up very well for a big game from Mitchell. When you also consider all the injuries the Kings are dealing with, there's no reason to think that Mitchell won't get another good run in this game, no matter what the score is. So I expect another big game for the kid from Baylor, over 28.5 points and assists for Mitchell. So to quickly recap here, we're going Alec Burks over 2.5 made threes. We're going Kevin Huerter over 2.5 made threes and over 28.5 points plus assists for Davion Mitchell. That's it for 3 at 3 today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.